Alright, so welcome back to another live stream. Now for today's New York AM session, I am obviously bearish. If we take a look at the low on Tuesday, we barely pierced it, like maybe about 3 points. I mean 3 ticks, sorry. So look at the low of this candle is 25942.25. The low of Tuesday was 25943. And if we take a look at ES, this is the new week opening gap. It's also a liquidity void. So I'm looking to see if ES is interested in filling up the gap, which would in turn take out Monday's low. We came really close to it, but price did not trade through it. So that could be a potential target as well. So the main game plan for right now is that I like to see swing highs and lows to form on the 50 minutes. And I want to see that particular swing high to be taken out before I look for a entry short. Because as of this point in time, we are in a very big discount relative to the current daily range. If we take a look at the hourly candles, midnight open is right up here, and on the way down we didn't really have any stop hunts on the hourly swing highs. Over here, these two highs, they are suspects, so to be safe I would prefer to have a 50 minutes swing high as a stop hunt before going lower. If it goes lower first without taking out any form of swing highs even on the 50 minutes, I might have to trade a reversal. But a reversal towards the upside is actually a good play, a better play, because that is in line with the higher time frame bias. Because ultimately on the higher time frames, we are still technically trading into a bullish fair value gap. There is no swing highs on the daily candles yet, so naturally we're not anticipating any form of reversals. Therefore, today let's see what does the market wants to provide. Just a small little update right now. We have two swings, one on the highs, one on the lows. This is going to be the current dealing range that is available during the New York AM session. So if I'm bearish and if I were to be looking for any shorts, I would like to see this high ran out first, and then we reverse back into the range extremes. If we are bullish, I'm looking for this low to be taken out and then run higher to take out range high. So this is the game plan that I have ongoing for now, and I'm just going to be working with this dealing range during the New York AM session. I will not be taking any entries after 12 noon. So best case scenario, it provides me an entry in the next 1.5 hours. Right now, if we take a look at ES, we can see ES approaching the 50 minutes swing high. Nasdaq is still here. We can ignore YM for today. It's just a one-sided bullish decoupled scenario for YM. So in this case, right now, I am assuming that we are going to get SMT on the highs. So once ES takes out this high, I would like to see if we can see SD on the 1 minute to go lower. If we keep trading higher into the equal highs that is available on the 1 hour, which is the highs right here, then I would not be in any trades today. So let's see if the CISD forms after we take out the 15 minutes swing high. On a side note, we do have this low right here, which is a swing low on the 50 minutes as well. So I'm just gonna mark that because this could be a key level for SMT to form as well. Just gonna keep in mind. In the next 9 minutes or so, we are going to confirm a 1 hour swing low, which is going to be this low right here. If we can form that swing low, that is going to be crucial in the next expansion, which I think would be towards the upside. Notice how ES is leaving this equal highs up here. We only have 9 minutes. I don't think we're going to run all the way down here in the next 9 candles. Next 9 1-minute candles. So in the very short term, I think we are bullish. We would be looking for this high to be attacked, especially for ES. Doesn't matter if NQ comes up into this high, because I would be only looking for 2R. Ultimately, we're still trading within this range, and this low right here is just an internal liquidity within discount. So if you put a premium discount, it's within discount and it's around the 25%, 75% level. Now that NQ has attacked the swing low, we would be waiting to see if ES can protect that particular swing low. If so, the next thing that we would be looking for is CSD. We have about 6 more minutes before this 15-minute candle closes. Before the 1 hour swing low closes as well. I mean, confirms, not close, but before that 1 hour swing low confirms. Looking at ES, the candle that I'm interested in is this down close candle over here. First of all, I want to see if we can close above it, above the high of the candle, not the body. And ICT prefers to use the body. He says that the body is good enough, but personally I would prefer the high, the entire candle to be engulfed. Okay, so right here we have another 1 minute swing low. I want to see if ES is interested in leaving this low open. Okay, so things are getting interesting now. The more bullish asset is obviously going to be ES, and if I'm going to take long positions, it would be better on ES. Let's double check this candle here. Right, we closed right on this candle's high. I would still prefer a higher close. Like, even if it is one tick, it's still better than the same price close. Now I'm gonna focus on ES. So now on ES, we have closed above this down close candle. We even printed a higher low right here. Now I'm just looking for the nearest PD array that is just sitting below 50%. Now in this case, naturally or normally, my model would be looking for an inversion. So on the 30 seconds, there is no inversions. There's only this down close candle. But on the 15 seconds, there is actually an inversion right here on the 15 seconds. So I'll be looking to take this inversion as a long entry, looking for 2R, just a bread and butter 2R. Even though it can draw up into the highs right here, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to manage the position here because it's a CSD entry, not an OTE entry. Therefore, I cannot be managing it as aggressively as OTE entries. So I'll be keeping track on the 1 minute to see how far has it traded to. So I'm gonna have to keep drawing out the range here. So right now, the inversion family gap on the 50 minutes, on the 15 seconds, is within the OTE, which is not what I wanted. I wanted something that is just right below 50%. So in this current case, I would only have this 1 minute down close candle. As long as I get a higher time frame candle, I'm gonna use the higher time frame candle. Oh, why do I have a limit order right here? Okay. So right now I'm putting my orders at the 50% of the down close candle wick right here. Hi RAM. Congratulations. come and think about it, this inversion right here could be a better entry point, but it's just like maybe like 2 ticks away from my entry right here, so I'm not going to risk it. It's the more bullish asset after all. Alright, heading over to NQ. Let me just see what NQ is doing. Where do we have this? Is it this? Is it a fair value gap? No, this is not a fair value gap. So the nearest is this one right here. I think I would be able to find something on NQ in the second chart. Let's take a look. Yeah, on the 15th there's this tiny little inversion right here. Yeah, this one right here. But I'm picking the more bullish asset. Okay, so I traded higher. Let's mark out the fips again. Now, until we can get the 50% level entirely above this fair value gap, I would then use this fair value gap as an inversion entry. This one right here. If it does not go under 50%, then I'm not going to pick this fair value gap. Just a few more ticks and maybe it would be right under 50%. What's the low of this candle? 898.5. Yeah, right now it's exactly right underneath 50%. I'm gonna build this up. So looking for 2R, it's gonna be close to 800-ish, and that's gonna bring us to 0.5. Yeah, so I'm not going to change this until we get the 50% above this highs right here, because we would have this inversion, volume imbalance. But I guess by the time it pretty much gonna run on this highs. So far on the 1 minute time frame, we don't really have any stop hunts. So if it is going to run stops, it's going to be running these two swing lows, unless there's a swing low forming right here. Then I don't think we're going to come back here. Come to think about it, I think we could possibly enter off the OTE, because if it is going to take stops, it's going to run into OTE. Let me reconsider. 30 seconds. So there is actually an inversion fair value gap right here on the 30 seconds. I'm gonna put it doesn't make sense. Let me double check. D15. Is there any inversions? Not really. No inversions. There's only this down close candle. Even on the 1 minute. No, it's fine. I'm just gonna move it to this candle's wick back to the same entry point as the initial one, because right now we have printed a couple of swing lows. Price can attack the swing lows, and if it wants to attack the swing lows, then it's gonna retrace pretty hard. Okay. Let me see if it is one tick above the 50%. What's the level of 50%? Okay, I want to go one tick above, which is going to be 9625. Just one tick above to make sure I get the fill. 1625. Stops, I'm gonna have to readjust this to just one tick below this swing low right here, as always. Recommended by ICT. So because it has printed a couple of swing lows, I've moved my entries to be within the OTE range right here, within the OTE, instead of just below the 50%. There is only like 43 minutes left to fill my entry. If I don't get filled in 43 minutes, I'm just going to end the day without any trades. This fair value gap, this inversion, it's actually a good one. I'm just gonna keep this line right here to see if we can tag into it. Let's change the colors to green. 2R would be around $600. 625. Yeah, I guess that would be exactly 2R. I'm going to stick with this entry until we can get this family gap within OTE. That would be my next point of interest. If it gets below OTE, which means price has to trade all the way here in order for this family gap to be within OTE, then I think at this point in time it would just pierce the high. No reason for it to drop it back lower. I am wondering if we can do a manipulation above this range right here. Manipulation above this range, and then we drop back, and then we go higher. If we are somehow able to close above this range with a feather gap, with a bullish feather gap, I think it's good. It's just going to run without me. Alright, so let's see if there's a feather gap. Ah, no feather gaps. Interesting. That means I have a chance. But it's a wick. There's no swing high as well on the 1 minute. Last chance here for this candle to form a swing high. There we go. I need to see the candle closing back inside this high, and that could pretty much indicate that we're gonna run this low right here. Once we run this low, it's gonna be speed to take out this low and into my limit orders. And then because if it is running with a lot of speed, I would like to see a V-shaped recovery, just like how every OTE entry provides. Well, let's see. It has to form a swing high first. So in the next 20 seconds, this candle should not take out this candle's high, and that should pretty much confirm that this low is going to be ran out. Okay, so far so good. Shorting at the 50% from this high to the current low, I think it would provide at least 5R. Sorry, not 5R, but 5 points. Let's take a look. Right here is 907. Down here will be 902. Yep, 5 points exactly. After taking out the swing low, one tick below would be exactly 5 points. Did not trade into 50%. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Quite similar, but NASDAQ is not that willing to drop as of now. And this is where we swap SMTs with NASDAQ. So I believe once ES trades into my entry, it's going to take out this low right here. And I would be assuming that NASDAQ is not going to take out this low. That's just what I think. Because if NASDAQ takes out this low, the SMT is going to form within the OTE, which is going to be a little bit of chop before the reversal. If it forms SMT right on the lows, then right on this low, then I think we would get an immediate V-shaped recovery. But let's see. I might be getting ahead of myself because right now it seems like it wants to reverse. 10 more seconds. Closing above this fair value gap could invalidate my limit here. Invalidate meaning it's not gonna come down here. Because I was expecting speed into the lows here after taking out this low. I didn't really want to see any form of up close candles because that would be some sort of resistance when we are trading back up. So just one more minute to 11:30. Time flies, and we are still trading within the range. If we take a look at the 15-minute candles for ES, we are technically still within 10:30's candles range, and the current 15 minutes candle is the third candle within the range, which is going to end in about 30 seconds. So if I am correct, then we would see expansion in the next 15-minute candle. Expiry date would be the following 15-minute candle, so we have only 30 more minutes to go to complete this move, to either take out this low right here or take out this high right here. Just 30 more candles to go. So far there is no 15 minutes swing highs taken, therefore I am not too afraid that it's gonna go against my current bias. I don't think that we drop into the lows at 9:30 without a stop on. That's just how I think. Maybe wrong, but if I'm wrong, it's totally fine. Dow Jones, on the other hand, has taken out a 50-minute swing high at the very high, which is premium. So if it drops, it's probably going to pull ES and NASDAQ along. It has a lot of inefficiencies to fill for YM. But that's not within my concern right now. If it is going to be really bullish, then it's going to key off this inversion right here. That is if it's going to be really bullish. So there is actually a chance, a possibility of me missing out this move, because right now I'm being really conservative with my entry. Right, you know what? I'm just gonna put it to this family gap right here. I did not manage to change it for my top step, unfortunately. So right now my top step is filled. We'll see. Yeah, I wanted this inversion, maybe just one tick above this inversion. But it's just a few points from the previous order, which has already been filled on top step. So if it trades higher now, I'm gonna miss out over here on this demo. But yeah, either way, it's really matter. It's just like maybe 2 ticks. Yeah, just 2 ticks. Trying to be a sniper here. Right, so we have a swing low here. Until we get a bullish order flow, I'm not going to be able to trail my stops. So I need to wait for the first CISD or the first engulfing bullish candle before I can shift my stops. Now this is the aggressive stop management that is available if I'm trading OTE. And there we go. Alright, so I'd like to see this fair value gap hold right here. Preferably I don't want to see any candle body closing below. I'm gonna highlight it in blue. Nasdaq is not forming the SMT that I was hoping for. So it's either gonna chop around here or it's gonna take me out, which means I would be wrong on my analysis. Alright, so closing below the 50% of the fair value gap is a red flag already. And there we go. that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you again in the next session, whenever available. Good luck trading if you're trading later on. And I will sign out now.